Hello everyone, welcome to the next part of this Blu-ray video. We're gonna go ahead and get started. These are, this one and this one right here are the new Queen's Gambit Funko Pops, and this one's already having an issue standing, so let me get those out of the way. Britney Spears from the Toxic video. This one is Laura Moon from what's that called? American Gods, the TV series. This is Jenny Humphrey from Gossip Girl. I'm a big fan of Taylor Momsen as well in The Pretty Reckless. And this is Kelly Bundy from Married with Children. Alright, so we're gonna start off with this the roll right here. First up is the Omen collection. I know they released I think it's an Arrow box, but for me, like, just having a bare bones one is fine because I'm not a huge fan of this series. I like the first one, and the remake is pretty good as well, and then the second Omen isn't bad either. Another annoying thing is, like, you know how this is like DVD size. I really hate when they do that with the Blu-rays. And then I have this UK version of LA Confidential. When I went there, I really liked the slipcover of this. Thought it looked really cool. Very, very good film. Like a police drama. Yeah, that's a good one. And then I have this RoboCop trilogy. Got this recently. Haven't had a chance to really, put it in and watch it. I saw all three films back in the day. One was good. One was the best. 2 and 3 were pretty good as well. This is a pretty decent trilogy. The Mothman Prophecy. So this one I got from Imprint Studios, it's like an Australian Blu-ray company. Thankfully this is region free. I know this is not out in the US, but I absolutely love this film, and just like the mythology of Mothman and the stories and stuff, it's so interesting to me, and this is a good film. I really like this one. It's pretty creepy as well. Wes Anderson box set of his 2 animated films, which I don't own otherwise. And a lot of things are on Criterion, and I know Isle of Dogs isn't. I really do like Isle of Dogs. Thought it was great, charming, like the animation. Fantastic Mr. Fox is better. Really good film as well. Nice little set there. So this is randomly displayed. Like when I put my Blu-rays back in, I always forget to put this one back in, and probably LA Confidential as well. I forget to put that one back in, so then I just left it here. Knock Knock, amazing film. This is pretty stupid, I guess, all around, but amazing film where these 2 women terrorize Keanu Reeves. It's an Eli Roth film. Just great fun all around. Very rewatchable, this one. I really enjoyed that film. One of Eli Roth's best, coincidentally. The Psycho complete 4 movie collection. I really like this slipcover. Here is a series where, like, all the entries are pretty strong. So obviously Psycho, the original Psycho, is fantastic. I did like 2 and 3 a lot. And then 4 I think is a straight to DVD or TV release, but it's not bad. I thought it was okay. This is a good set to have. I like this. I'm gonna start watching Bates Motel. It seems really interesting to me, so sooner rather than later I'll be watching that. Season 1 of American Gods. As I mentioned earlier, I'm a huge Emily Browning fan. This first season was good. I enjoyed it. 2 was okay, and then 3 I didn't like as much. The show's kind of slipping away. Starz is known for, like, putting out really good first seasons on their TV series, and then it just falls off. This has been the case. I mentioned that before in the video. And then this is the it's upside down. This is the first and second season of The Deuce. This is a show by the creator of The Wire, which I also love. I really enjoyed this show. I think it's so good, and it's so infuriating to me that, like, a box set. Obviously, this ended after 3 seasons, but there's no box set that came out for this, and that annoys me because it's like you have one third season, you don't even release it on Blu-ray. At least give me that on Blu-ray so I can own the entire series. But this is it. They just leave you with two. Maybe someone can custom make that one. I would love to own it. All right, so we're gonna start with these up here. Hopefully I can do this with one hand. Oh. Yes. Oh, perfect. Okay. This is... So, it's a little weird because Thor is down here. So let me just do Thor as well. Alright, so this is the Steelbook of Thor. Not like a super great MCU start, but for this series, but it's the introduction of Chris Hemsworth's Thor, and I think that's pretty good. Thor: The Dark World, probably a slightly better looking Steelbook, but probably also the worst MCU film out there, in my opinion. Yeah, that one to me was just not as enjoyable as it should have been. Sorry, I'm just trying to move things out of the way here. So I could put, which one? This one back. Okay, and then we have Ragnarok, which is fantastic Steelbook. Great film. They changed the filmmaker for this one, and it had a good balance of like action and comedy. And having Hulk in it for a longer amount of time was great. This is one of my favorite MCU films, this one. And then I have another film that I really enjoy, Thoroughbreds, with Anya Taylor-Joy and Olivia Cook, and Anton Yelchin in one of his like final roles, probably his last role. Great film. If you haven't seen it, definitely give it a watch. I saw it and I was pretty much blown away. I really like the slipcover for this one as well. Yeah, I like that. I like that film a lot. And then we have a Hitchcock that came out on Paramount Pictures, To Catch a Thief. Pretty good, kind of like caper type film. It's not like one of his like horror or not as strong a mystery, but for what it is, this is great. Cary Grant, Grace Kelly. I might have everything from Hitchcock on Blu-ray. Maybe not. I'm not super sure. This set is something I'm glad I got because there's a few films in here that I had to own, and then just having a set made it a lot easier. So Top Gun, good film. Excited for the sequel that's coming out later this year. Collateral, fantastic film by Michael Mann with Tom Cruise as a villain. Minority Report, I really enjoy that one as well. I thought the concept of that was just great, and it was well executed as well. War of the Worlds, good Steven Spielberg film. Kind of loses a little bit of steam at the end, but enjoyable for most parts. And Days of Thunder, I'm not crazy about Days of Thunder actually, but great box set to have. Titanic, I know a lot of people will criticize this film, but I really like this film. I've seen it so many times in my childhood. I think it's a great film. It's a strong James Cameron film for sure. Yeah, there's a reason why it was like the highest grossing film for so many years before. I think he beat himself with Avatar, which is weird to me. Avatar is just not a film that I think should take the candle of being the highest grossest of all time. I mean, whatever. Lara Croft's Tomb Raider, good sort of cheesy, not so much cheesy, but like fun video game adaptation. I think Angelina Jolie set the precedent for the Tomb Raider series. Also, I really like these steelbooks. Cradle of Life, not as good. These are very nice steelbooks though, and I'm glad I got both of them. Whatever studio or whatever released this this type of Blu-ray, I have one that's from Arrival, is like this as well. I really like it. They do a great job with this, and Barbarella as well. I have it, and I wish they did more of that. And then I have right here Tomb Raider, the Alicia Vikander version, which I like as well. A lot of people, I guess, weren't a fan of it, but I'm definitely a fan of this one. I have the steel book of it as well. Let me see. Yeah, while I'm here, I got this in England when I was there. This is a wonderful steel book. So this one is not region free. It's region B. So it doesn't work here, but the steelbook is just so beautiful. I had to get it, and then double dip, I guess. I had this before, and then I got this one, but I'm keeping both because of two different covers, I guess. Yeah, I enjoyed that one. If they were to do a sequel, I would have no problems at all because I like that film. Total Recall. I know they released a 4K of this. I thought about it, and I probably will get it because I'm not really a fan of this like very bare bones edition with this cover. Great film by Arnold Schwarzenegger in it though. Great concept. I wasn't a fan of the remake. The best, in my opinion, Ben Affleck directorial film is The Town. Amazing bank heist film. Great performances all around, and it's intense as well. Nice steelbook as well. Yeah, I definitely enjoy that one. Alright, so let me bring these down now. Just give me a second. So here's the other Trauma-Rama or whatever, the studio, another Lloyd Kaufman film, The Toxic Adventure. This is more of a classic one from him. Pretty violent film, pretty bizarre, kind of like Cheese, but a nice addition with the green case. I do like when they go a little different with the cases. And now we have a series of steel books. So the Toy Story series, I'm a big fan of them, and it took me a while to get it on Blu-ray because I always wanted like a nice release, and then finally Pixar started doing these great steelbooks, so I was like, this is the time to get it. Toy Story 1, fantastic film, one straight from the childhood. Toy Story 2, probably my least favorite, but it's still a very, very good film. They introduce Jessie in this one, and then is it Jessie? Samantha? I don't know. Yeah, I'm mixing up character names. Anyways, Toy Story 3, which I really liked as well. This one was definitely emotional. It seemed like a send-off for the characters and the story. But then they came out with 4, which I was heavily critical of in the beginning because I was like, why are they doing it? It's unnecessary. But it was good. They definitely had a good story, and things were set up nice for it. It worked. The only issue that I have is, why would you release these? And this came out around the same time as well, so you release these nice steel books and then just release one that is not a bad steel book, but it's like not even matching those 3, and that's kind of annoying. Training Day, classic. Best performance by Denzel Washington, I think, in film, and Ethan Hawke is great in this as well, about corrupt detectives. Fantastic film. I do want to, there's a few Denzel films that I really want to get, like Man on Fire, Manchurian Candidate, and Deja Vu, and I still haven't got him yet. He's in so many great films, and I just feel like I'm slacking on getting his good ones. Trance, I really like this film. Danny Boyle, sometimes he'll put things out there and they're amazing, and this was not an amazing film from him, but it's a very good, very interesting concept. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, definitely go for it. Okay, so this is backwards. So I have the Transporter, the best one of the series. I have 3, if you remember, in the Jason Statham box set from earlier. So that's back there. And then I have 2, which is also pretty good. I think they go in order of 1, 2, and 3, like the best one as it released. So 1 was the best, 2 was second. And now we're gonna do the Transformer films. So Transformers, first of all, these steelbooks are really nice. I really like them, that they released these. Transformers 1, very enjoyable. good blockbuster film. And then Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen. I know people don't like this one. It is stupid. I'll give you that. There's so many like plot holes and stuff. Very enjoyable for me though. I've seen this a few times and I still very much like this film. I have the other ones there. I just gotta bring them down now. Just give me a second. Dark of the Moon. Saw this one in theaters as well. Not bad. I thought it was pretty good. They changed Megan Fox in this one, which like you can definitely feel it. But not a bad film. This is where they should have ended them though. Once Shia LaBeouf left, and then they brought in Mark Wahlberg, and it started getting not as good. Age of Extinction. I recently rewatched it. It's just barely okay. A lot of noise, too much action. Things can get incoherent if you're not paying attention very well, and that's super the case for The Last Night. The reason I have these is these steelbooks were actually on sale. I didn't have Age of Extinction and Last Night for a very long time, until like they had like a big sale at Best Buy, and I was like, you know what, let's complete it. Yeah, this one's by far the worst one. Too long, too much going on. Yeah, I think they're doing more now. I don't know why, but whatever. Tree of Life, one of my favorite films of all time. I think this is like technically one of the best films ever made, just because of the way the story's told, the way it's shot. It's amazing. I love this film so much. This is my favorite film from Terrence Malick. I could watch this anytime. Love it. I love what he was going for, the style in which he shot this. This is I think they released this one with a much longer. This has like a good number of minutes of added to the film, but I have not seen this yet. I had a different version, and then once it came out on Criterion, I just switched it out. So I do need to watch this for sure. A early classic, A Trip to the Moon. This is it's like 13 minutes long, or like 15 minutes long. Yeah, 15 minutes long, but it's absolutely amazing the way they shot it, and I really enjoy this film. And then it comes with The Extraordinary Voyage. Is like a background documentary, and then two other shorts as well. This is a very nice release. Took me a while to get that one. 999, not a bad film, about robbers and corrupt cops. Pretty standard though. Like you've seen films like this before. Nothing like super special. Troll and Troll 2. So I got this for Troll 2 because I'm a huge fan of these so bad it's good type films, and Troll 2 is just like right up there with The Room, as like it's so bad but it's so good. And then Troll came with it. Troll was a decent horror. It was like not anything like Troll 2. They're like two completely different films, and there's no trolls in Troll 2, which is weird. But Troll was decent, and then Troll 2 is like very bad but super entertaining. And it comes with like a documentary as well, which is cool. True Grit, Coen Brothers, great Western. I've never seen the original one with John Wayne, but I think this one's pretty good. Only complaint I have is I always need subtitles for Jeff Bridges when he's like mumbling. True Lies, this is a custom made. I know this one is not on Blu-ray yet. James Cameron classic with Arnold Schwarzenegger as a spy. So good, such a good film. This custom made version, they did a good job with it. True Romance, this was a hard one for me to find at the time. Amazing film. This is Tony Scott's best film, a classic. I would give it a 10 because I really enjoy this film. Yeah, now I'm wanting to watch it. I might just leave it out to watch it. Another one I absolutely love, another 10 out of 10 for me, is The Truman Show. Amazing Jim Carrey performance and concept. The concept of this one is just fantastic. I love this one. I always think about things like that. Like, what if my life is a TV show? How would that be? All right. Here is another collection, a steelbook collection. Don't hate me for this one. This is another Target, one of those Target exclusives with the clear slipcovers, which I really like. This is the Twilight collection. I'm not a fan of any of these films. I'm more of a collector than So basically, I saw a box set. I saw a collection and picked it up. Probably will never rewatch these. I think Breaking Down Part 2 was okay until it was like stupid. There was like a stupid. I was like, oh, okay, that's not bad, and then it really became dumb. Whatever. But I will say one thing. Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson, they get a lot of flack for like being, they can't act because of this series and whatever. They're both talented. Robert Pattinson's in some amazing things later on down in his career, and I think Kristen Stewart has a lot of talent as well. I forgot his name. Taylor Lautner. Yeah, I haven't seen him in much to really judge. I don't think he's doing anything anymore. 2 Days, One Night, excellent Criterion. One of the best, probably the best Marion Cotillard performance. Amazing French film. This one is definitely need to watch. Another great Twilight Time release. They did a good job bringing some Audrey Hepburn films out. Two for the Road, very enjoyable film. This one is, you got to pay attention to her hair because that's how you can tell like the time jumps, because it goes from different eras in the two leads' life. There's one on my lap right here that I forgot to show. Twilight Zone, the movie. This is a custom-made version. To my knowledge, this is not available on Blu-ray. As you know, I'm a huge fan of Twilight Zone, the series, the original series anyways. And then I enjoy the movie. The sick thing about it is that first one, the first one, I can't think of a word. It's like an anthology series, so you have different stories. So the first story was by John Landis, right? And there was a terrible accident on set, like Vic Morrow, and two underage children got beheaded or like brutally killed by a plane helicopter malfunction, and that's what it's most well known for. That's super sad, and obviously very problematic. Some of the other sketches are pretty good as well. I'm a little over Nightmare at what is this one called? Nightmare at 40,000 feet or whatever the case is. This one's always redone in Twilight Zone. Like every incarnation of it is redone. The original is the best, the one with William Shatner, and then they keep doing it over and over, and I'm like, change it up. You can do anything. You guys always do that one over and over. Even the Jordan Peele one had like a very similar one. Umbrellas of Cherbourg. This is like a full-on musical, and it's good. It has Catherine Deneuve again. This was a complete blind buy for me. So most of my Criterions are just blind buys, and it was enjoyable. It's like the whole thing is sung. I don't mind a good musical. Uncut Gems, another great Adam Sandler performance. I definitely enjoyed this film a lot. It's by the Safdie brothers. They also did Good Time. Great film. Under the Skin. I'm wondering, this director, has he ever done anything else? Great Scarlett Johansson performance. Like a creepy sci-fi body horror type film. I've only seen it once. I need to watch it again. Under the Silver Lake by David Robert Mitchell. This is the director of It Follows. This one, I know a lot of people didn't like. They were disappointed by it. It is a long film. I found things that were pretty interesting in this though. Nice cast as well. It's well made for sure. Underwater. I definitely want to spend some time talking about this film. Kristen Stewart. Here you go. Kristen Stewart's pretty good in this as well. Such a good film. When you watch it, it's just like, oh, what are the monsters and stuff, and then you just watch the entire film. By the last 20 minutes, this thing is incredible. I saw this in theaters. I have AMC A-list, so I just watched like everything, and then I was just like, this is just gonna be like run of the mill. No, it was very good. I highly recommend this film. So well made. Amazing concept. The Underworld collection. I got this with the Resident Evil one that came out. So I do really, really like Underworld 1. And I think Evolution's okay. Rise of the Lycans was just standard. And then it kind of slipped all the way through. Blood Wars wasn't that good either. And then I think there's like Awakening and maybe another one. But the first one's definitely the best for that series. Unfriended. I really enjoyed this film. This is kind of fully told through was it Skype? It's like a phone call between these friends, and they get hunted by like another friend. It's really good. The sequel, Dark Web, was pretty good as well. Apart from the ending, and that's something I think I would pick up at some point if I find it. Yeah, but this is a good film. Sometimes you look at these new horrors and then you have these judgments, but you need to watch it to really know, because some of them, they're a lot of them aren't good, and then some of them are. Double pack of Unforgiven and Outlaw Josie Wales. So I was just trying to get all Clint Eastwood westerns. I really like Outlaw Josie Wales. Unforgiven is also pretty good. I think I have a decent amount of his westerns now. So now I'm just gonna put these down and then do this roll right here. Alrighty, so we're gonna start off with I showed the other Spider-Mans in the last video, and this is Into the Spider-Verse. Mostly, I didn't have this for a while, but then the Steelbook is so nice. Pretty good animated Spider-Man feature. I know a lot of people really love this film. I'm not like super crazy about it, but it is good. Fantastic Studio Ghibli film, Spirited Away. One of the more well-known ones. I think this one won an Academy Award maybe in like animated film. Great film. You know how I feel about those films. They're fantastic. Spotlight, rewatched this recently. This is a Best Picture winner as well, I think. Yeah, great film about corruption in, I think it was like the churches. Yeah, child abuse in like Catholic churches. It's very similar to Doubt as well. And then once I got this, and then I just bought Doubt as well because it reminded me of it. Great film, great performances all around. Rachel McAdams really shines in this one as well. Yeah, definitely a good one. Here is my favorite blind buy of all time. I didn't see this film, saw the cover, thought it looked good, thought it looked like a great horror. Amazing film, absolutely amazing. Monster movie, love story, like sci-fi, everything. This is just everything. This film is amazing. I watch this every October, and that's an incredible blind buy. If you haven't seen that one, the directors of this one, I know it's two people. They've done other things as well. I just can't remember the names of it. Aaron Moorhead and Justin Vincent. They did. There's two of them on Netflix, I think. The Endless, I think is called one of them, which is also good. But Spring is their best one. Spring Breakers. When I first saw this film, I hated it. I'm not a huge fan of Harmony Korine. Yeah, this was just a little weird to me on first watch. But then I rewatched it again, and I'm much more favorable about it. Saint Agatha. This was a horror pack release, and it was just barely okay. They don't always give great titles. Star Trek. This is the J.J. Abrams, like reboots. First one really good. I've seen it a few times. Into Darkness. A lot of people have criticism of this one, and I definitely see why. But I definitely enjoyed that one as well. The weakest one in the trilogy is the third one. I couldn't really get into this one for whatever reason, but the steelbook of this one is better than anything. Like, wow, this steelbook is amazing. Now we're gonna get into the Star Wars films. The Phantom Menace, and oddly enough, I have all of them on steelbook, which I'm very happy about. So yes, the Phantom Menace. Also, I love these face slipcover steelbooks that they did. I know they're everywhere, but and with the original poster in the back. Phantom Menace, not that great for long periods of times. I did like that they got Darth Maul in it. He's definitely a highlight of that one. I'm also a Star Wars apologist. Like I like all of the films, and I'll say why as well. Attack of the Clones, probably the weakest from all of the episodes, all the films out there. But enjoyable moments in that one as well. from that prequel trilogy, Revenge of the Sith is the best one. I wish this had a better cover though. Yeah, Revenge of the Sith is the best one. Seeing Anakin take that dark turn in this one is great. That's a really good film. A New Hope, obviously a classic. So well done, so well known. Love that one. A lot of people's favorite is The Empire Strikes Back, with good reason. Fantastic film. George Lucas hits the nail on the head with this one. And then my favorite one of that, my favorite one of all time, actually, from all the Star Wars, is Return of the Jedi. I don't know why, but I love this film. So good, I can watch it anytime. I love that one. And then I really enjoyed The Force Awakens and what they did. I know a lot of people aren't a fan of this one. They feel like it's like a retread of A New Hope, but I think this is fantastic. Yeah, I really like that one. I'll show you. I have a Rey cutout, cardboard standee or whatever they call it. I'm a huge fan of that. I was a huge fan when Force Awakens came out, and then such a big fan that I got the Target version as well as the Steelbook. The Steelbook's obviously better. I don't like these flimsy Target digibooks. This one is so flimsy, and you know it's a nice cover, but I decided it's not worth getting their editions. I don't really like how small they are. And then I have it by the order of release as well. That's why these are just theatrical release. So Rogue One, a Star Wars story. I kind of fell asleep for a little while during this one. It's not a bad film. I was just really tired, and it was like early showing. Not a bad film. The part with Darth Vader in this is fantastic. This is one I need to rewatch because I think I'll rate it a lot higher if I rewatch it again. The Last Jedi. I know a lot of people had a problem with this one, and Rian Johnson. I'm perfectly fine with it. I have no issues whatsoever. No real criticisms. It is a good film. I enjoy it, and visually it's fantastic as well. Solo, a Star Wars story. I'd say this is the weakest design for the Steelbooks. Like, they could have done something way better than this, but enjoyable film. I was a little skeptic about Ron Howard directing a Star Wars film, especially I was also skeptic about like a Han Solo prequel as well, but it wasn't bad. The lead actor, I don't remember his name, but he wasn't bad in this either. And then Rise of Skywalker. This is actually one of the best Steelbooks, probably the best one from all of the Star Wars ones that I have. Look at this. This is amazing. First time I watched this, I was a little disappointed. I had a lot of questions, you know, and then I rewatched it again, and then rewatched it again, and I'm more positive about it. It felt like rushed, I guess, but like I said, I'm a Star Wars apologist, so I will eventually I'll like all of them if I watch them enough. Starsky and Hutch. It took me a while to realize this was actually on Blu-ray. I think I saw somebody's Instagram post and I was like, wait, this is on Blu-ray? And then I got it. Pretty good comedy with Ben Stiller, Owen Wilson, and then Snoop Dogg does a good job in that one as well. Step Brothers. Such a funny film. So quotable. This is probably the most quotable Will Ferrell film, and probably the best one actually. This is such a good film. I think I've only seen the extended version of that one. As I mentioned, Aaron Sorkin is probably my favorite screenwriter of all time, and he wrote this one as well. This is an amazing film by Danny Boyle, Steve Jobs. I'm not like a huge Steve Jobs or Apple guy, but the way they split this into 3 different launches, like 3 Apple launches, and then it just takes it from there. Fantastic film. It deserved more recognition than it got, in my opinion. Stoker, a pretty weird film. This is from the director of Old Boy, but I'm a huge fan of Mia Wasikowska. Things to enjoy in that one, but then it's a little bizarre. Straight Outta Compton. I'm a fan of NWA, and before this came out, I was really excited for this. It delivered. I thought it was great. I think O'Shea Jackson Jr. was fantastic as Ice Cube. He really looked the part, obviously, of his father. The quality drops a little at the end, but it's still perfectly fine. Strangers on a Train. I must have got this because I realized it wasn't in that Alfred Hitchcock box set. Otherwise, I don't know why I would have it. So this must be like a separate release. But anyways, this is a really good film. Top-notch Hitchcock at his peak. Fantastic. One of the best directors ever. Like the way he did things. Sucker Punch. I have a love-hate relationship with this, just like with Zack Snyder. This is a incredible looking film, like action wise, and then the soundtrack is just fantastic as well. But it's like super thin on plot. Sometimes I'll love this film. Sometimes I'll like hate it. I don't know. A very mixed film. I know a lot of people don't like that one. Here's one I don't like. Suicide Squad. Yeah, I just got this because it was a steelbook, and I just completed the DCEU. But this was a rough watch. It just felt very all over the place, very bland, very stale. I hope the new one that's coming out, it does look better. I really hope they improve upon this so we can forget that one. Sunset Boulevard. Really great classic film. Gloria Swanson is fantastic in this. Yeah, about like the golden age of Hollywood and the effects it has on a former aging actress. Fantastic film. I would give this a personal 10 out of 10. This is the best film Danny Boyle has made. I love the soundtrack of this film. I'm a huge fan of these types of space films. So good. The ending kind of breaks down a little bit, but I don't care. I love that film. Superbad, super funny film. Very quotable, very raunchy. It's already become like kind of a classic in its own right. Great film. Super 8, a J.J. Abrams film right here. I remember when people thought this was like a sequel to Cloverfield, and I was like, oh, really? And then it also like definitely pays homage to E.T. as well. Pretty good film here. J.J. Abrams is a student of the game. Suspiria. I had the Suspiria, the Dario Argento one earlier. This is the remake with the director of Call Me By Your Name. I love this. This is much more different than that Suspiria, and that's part of the reason why this is great. I didn't need a Americanized straight up remake of something that I already have or I've already seen. It's just pointless that way. This took liberties, and it's fantastic all around. It is a bit long, but it's super memorable, that one. I'm a huge fan of that Suspiria. Both. First one is, the original is better, but they're like two different films. Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street, Tim Burton film, musical, pretty good. Swallow, I really like this film. What's her name? Haley Bennett. Yeah, she's so good in this film. This is about like a eating disorder and like the mental anguish that her character faces in this. Such a good film. This was just like coming out right before the pandemic hit, and then I wasn't able to watch it in theaters. So then I think I waited till Blu-ray or I saw it on demand or whatever the case is. But great film. Oh my god, I could talk about this film for hours. Swiss Army Man is one of the best films one of the best experience I've had watching a film. It is so bizarre. Daniel Radcliffe is like a farting corpse, and Paul Dano befriends him. It's so weird, but it's extremely heartfelt and amazing. Like this entire film is amazing. It is high quality. If you have not seen this film, you need to see it. Swiss Army Man is fantastic. Swordfish. So I saw this film when I was younger, and maybe I was more impressionable when I was first like really getting into film. So I thought Swordfish was amazing. I was like, oh my god, this film is a 10. Rewatched it. It's not as good as I thought it was, but and it feels dated because it's about like hackers in the 2000s. But it's okay. It's not bad. Talladega Nights. Pretty decent. I think this is Adam McKay. Pretty decent comedy with Will Ferrell. I'm not as crazy about this as like a lot of other people. Take Me Home Tonight. I love this film. I think it's amazing soundtrack, very nostalgic feeling like the 80s. Just an amazing night. This one. It's like a feel good experience the whole way through. It's a film that a lot of people don't talk about, and I wonder why, because this is great. Take Shelter. Michael Shannon, super talented in Boardwalk Empire. I was so glad to see him get a lead role with Jessica Chastain. This film is epic. His acting in it is fantastic. This is a slow burn, so it's not for everyone. Don't expect like a purely apocalyptic film. This is more about the build-up and then nobody really believing, his character. There's a scene in like a cafeteria where he breaks down. Oh my god, the acting in that is insane. Just give him an Oscar for like that 5 minute, those 5 minutes right there. The Talented Mr. Ripley. Great film. I think the writer of this film also wrote the Price of Salt, which is Carol. What Carol was based on, which I really like. Patricia Highsmith. I'll never find out. Yes, probably. Maybe I'm right. I don't know. Anyways, very good film. Earlier, like Matt Damon and Gwyneth Paltrow film. Riveting film, actually. This is a good one. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm a huge Taylor Swift fan, so I have Journey to Fearless, which is kind of like a behind-the-scenes / concert of her Fearless album. Great. I wish they did more Taylor Swift on Blu-ray. Like, you can easily release her Reputation tour and then Miss Americana, which is both on Netflix. Like, why don't those get releases? And I know it's because Netflix doesn't like releasing their stuff on physical media, but you need to do it. Like, I want those. And then the Speak Now World CD / Blu-ray World Tour. I saw her in concert for this one, and I also met her as well. I'm a huge fan of her all around, and this is a really good concert experience as well. But they can obviously do more. Like, she's one of the biggest musicians in the world right now. Like, you gotta release more things. She also has that Folklore on Disney Plus. Like, release those on physical media. Come on. Taxi Driver, fantastic steelbook that I have here. Love this steelbook. Amazing Martin Scorsese film. Probably my favorite one, actually. This is so rewatchable, and Travis Bickle is like one of the most well-known characters in cinema. This is such a good film. Teen Spirit, nice little film with Elle Fanning. She's from like some country in Europe. She's like a poor girl who has like a passion for singing, and then she goes out and becomes like a sensation. Pretty good film. I'm a huge fan of Elle Fanning, so like as soon as I heard that, I was like, yes, I need to watch it. 10 Commandments, great kind of like epic type film. It is really long, but Cecil B. DeMille did this one. But a really good film, very enjoyable. I do want to sit down and watch it again because I think the quality of that one is great. Tenebrae by Dario Argento, great film. I try to have as much of his stuff as I can on Blu-ray because his films are just so stylish. Tenet, this was a blind buy. I was excited for this, but I think like during the pandemic I wasn't really going out, so got this on Steelbook. I was pretty disappointed by this. This is super long, too condensed, too complicated, the plot. There's like so much going on, and then if you just like lose focus for a second, you're like lost. I think Christopher Nolan, he's a smart guy, he's a smart director, but you gotta get back to basics a little bit. Like, you're getting too high concept with this one, and it didn't work for me. It's too long, and it's not one I'm ever gonna watch again. I'm happy to own it because I like Christopher Nolan, and there's things to enjoy about it, but I feel like you gotta just get back down to basics with it a little bit to make it entertaining. The Terminal, really great film about Tom Hanks being like living in an airport. Very sweet film. Is it Steven Spielberg? Yeah, this is a top Steven Spielberg film. This is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So I have both Texas Chainsaw Massacres. I have the original one. It's just down here. You know what? I just have this row of films right here that are on my last row, which has no Blu-ray. So I'm just going to go through those right now. And one of them is Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah. You know what? I'll wait. Actually, I'll wait because this will ruin the order, and then I'll forget what I showed. Anyways, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is the Jessica Biel one, and I thought this was a very good remake. The films are very similar, but a little different. This one is like more trying to be scarier, but a good one. That's a good one. I like the next one that came out, The Beginning. I think Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Beginning. I like that one as well, and I'll probably get it if I find it. And then the two after that with Texas Chainsaw and then Leatherface, I'm not big on those. There Will Be Blood. This is an incredible Daniel Day-Lewis performance, probably him at his peak. Marvelous performance. I can't like praise this film enough. This is the best film from PTA. Actually, I was thinking which one is the best one that I think it's There Will Be Blood. This is an amazing film, and this performance is like all-time great performance by one of the all-time greats right there. They Live got this at a Scream Factory sale. Pretty good John Carpenter film. Roddy Piper was an interesting lead, but it works. Everything works in this film. The Thing, another John Carpenter, great film from him, of classic. And this release came with a poster as well. I don't know what happened to that poster, but that's a great one. Kurt Russell, The Thing. This Is the End, very self-aware, different type of comedy with a lot of comedic actors. Look at the cast. A lot of them working together. They've worked together in the past, like James Franco, and Jonah Hill, and then there's also Seth Rogen. Great comedy, that one. Danny McBride is a highlight of that film. THX 1138, George Lucas in an early film. I'm sure this predates Star Wars. This might be like his first film. I'm not sure if it's his first film, but pretty good sci-fi film. I know a lot of people haven't seen this one. Definitely check it out. And this one's Thor. I've already done Thor. So that is this row. There is gonna be another maybe 2 videos, and then that'll be it. So I'll see you next time. Bye.